Hey, how are you cool cats and kittens? Welcome back to Crafters TV. It's Joe Remblance here. It's a pleasure to have your company on what is, I would say, one of my favourite shows of the week. It is, of course, Creative Cravings. It's when we go back to basics. We answer all those burning questions that you've got. So this show is really for anyone that is maybe new to crafting or is trying a sort of new style of craft for the first time. But that doesn't mean to say that you experienced crafters out there won't get a whole host of hints and tips that you're going to be able to use throughout your crafts. Now, of course, I am not here alone. That would be awful for you. Leann is here. Hey, Leann.
Well, hello. I love that little introduction, all you cool cats and kittens. I feel like I need some little ears on just so that I'm one of the cool kittens. I'm thrilled to be here. I absolutely adore Creative Cravings, Joe. I think we've got a fantastic show ahead of us.
Yes, we really have. There is so much coming up in this show. Some real fantastic deals and kits in here for you. Now, let's start with, can you do the, I need a sound effect, please, Leann,
yes,
for Hero Tool.
The Hero Tool.
Fantastic, thank you so much.
Well,
it's back in stock. It is the low-tack tape. Our low-tack tape is quite unbelievable value for money. So you can get 2 of these, but what you'll also get, so you get 6 pieces of low-tack tape, 6 rolls of low-tack tape. For that price would be amazing, but what you're also getting as well is you're going to get 2 of our permanent tape pens as well. They are stronger and they are longer, 22 meters in each one of those. Just give us an idea, Leann, what's the value like in there compared to going out and buying just the low-tack tape alone on the high
Oh my
street?
word, such good value for money. I used to buy low-tack tape of that quality and that kind of delivery system for one of those reels, and I used to pay £4.99 for one. So that gives you the indication there, just in terms of 6 reels of that at £4.99. That's going to be £30 if you're buying them separately anyway. So you've got fabulous value, and our tape pens, Joe, are exceptional. The glues in there are so strong. It's like having a wet glue, but in the convenience of a tape pen.
Oh, absolutely fantastic. Grab that, £14, $20 is our Hero Tool. So it means it only lasts actually for 24 hours. Most of the deals that we bring you here on Crafters TV will be good for 48 hours. However, this is not one of those. If you want it, please grab it quickly. 20% off of that as well. Now, we're going to move on to some stamps for you. A couple of different ways of you getting these. I'm going to show you these stamps firstly. They are absolutely gorgeous. These collage stamps are fantastic because they offer you such a variety. You've got some background stamps. You've got some focal points that you can colour or maybe even heat emboss. But then what you've also got as well is some script in here. You've got some embellishments, some flourishes that do great things like frames in here too. So you can see here an idea of some of the gorgeous finished projects you can achieve. If you're new to stamping, don't worry, Leann is here. She's going to guide us through exactly how we can achieve these beautiful, beautiful results. That's a great point actually as well. Any questions that you've got at all in the hour, you can either get them to me over on Facebook. I'm monitoring the comments over on the Crafters TV Facebook page at the moment, so make sure you pop along there. I'll be reading out some of those. If you want to send us pictures of things you've been making, or do you know what would be quite fun, seeing as it's a Creative Craving show, not just things you've been making, maybe you want to send us pictures of your crafting fails and we'll get Leann to maybe identify where you've gone wrong. That could be. What do you think to that, Leann?
I think that's a marvellous idea. Talk about putting me on the spot, Joe. But yeah, why not? It's like those cake, when you see them on social media, what have you, see people, this is what my cake should have looked like. This is what it actually looked like when I failed. And like when they do them hedgehogs and put them teeth in. And you've just got a hedgehog with them gummy teeth looking at you. You know, do you know the ones I mean, Joe?
Absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Oh. I'll get you a photograph for later.
I'm only joking, I know exactly what you mean. I want to come back though to the collage stamps because you can get them in 3, there's 3 individual sets for you. Now, you can either go for Beautiful Peony and Feathered Friend, if you get those 2 together, £15 or $22, or you can grab these 2, the one with the Schmetterling here in the middle, the butterfly, which is the Let Your Spirit Soar, and the Heartfelt Wishes. They are together again, £15 or $22. Or you can get Born to Fly and Cherish the Moment, again, £15, $22. However, when you get them all together, we take that price even lower as well, and they give you the most amount of craftability, which is fantastic. Right, let's move on. Something that is always so popular is our Gemini Mini. It's available in the show for you, but what would go perfectly through your Gemini Mini, and also It doesn't have to be your Gemini Mini. You've got the Go, if you've got the Junior, you're all going to be able to take advantage of these. There's 2 different sets for you. I'm just going to give you the details for the complete collection because I know that that is far and away the most popular one. But what you're getting in here is you are getting Beautiful Bloom, Celebration Cake, Fluttering By, and Dragonfly Friends. Now, they are available individually, £19 or $23. Or what you can do is you can get this one here, which is collection 2, Tea Party, Party Time, and Garden Friends. That is available £16.50. $25 for that one. However, when you get them both together in this configuration just here, not only do you get the best value, we give you 100 bonus Club Inspire points. If you don't know what Club Inspire is, hold fire, I'll tell you about that as we go through the show. But what you also get in here is you get this one. So many of you are making wonderful rainbow cards for our NHS workers and all of our key workers. Loads that you can do with that. We're going to show you lots as we go through the show. Shall I just jump into the comments and see where people are tuning in from and saying hi from? So who have we got? We have got Donna in Virginia. Oh, Alison saying that she likes my shirt. Thank you very much, Alison. It is from, it's a very couture label, this. It's Florence and Fred at Tesco's. It was £10. Oh, Ray's saying what a pretty shirt you're wearing as well. Lots of compliments today.
Mine is not Fred and Florence. Mine is Jules.
Oh, yeah, there's only one classy person in this studio. Pretty blouse, says Christine. I love listening to your shows. Your accents make me happy, is what Laura says. Oh. I'm glad they do. Dark colours really suit you, Joe, says Astrid. Thank you very much, Astrid. Yes, keep getting your comments in. Any questions that you've got, then absolutely get them to us, and we'll pop them to Leann as we go through this show. And this is, remember, Creative Craving, so this is a really great opportunity for us all to learn together. So no such thing as a silly question in here. What do you fancy showing us first, Leann?
We're going to have a look at the rainbow, Joe. We're going to have a look at the rainbow because I think there are so many occasions to use that rainbow at the moment, and so many of you are making beautiful crocheted? What's a crochet? Crocheted rainbows at the moment, darling, and putting them in your windows. But what happens if you've got no crochet ability? What happens if you haven't got that skill and you still want a lovely rainbow in your window and you want it to look a bit classy and designer? Well, these dies will do that for you. I've got loads of examples here, but first off, we're just going to have a look at the mini machine and the little folder that it comes with and the dies. So you get your packet of dies, which I've got here. I've lost my, oh, there it is. There's the packet. That's the one I'm looking for. So in the packet, you get your rainbow, you get your cloud. Hold that up for you so you can see. You get your rainbow, you get your cloud, you get a snowflake, and you get a sunshine. So you can do all of the weather with that, and absolutely works brilliantly. I just want to show you how I get the best out of my rainbow die and my cardstock when I'm using it. So the rainbow die itself comes as one piece. And so what I like to do is cut all of the colours out that I'm going to use across the whole die, and then after I've cut several pieces of card, I've actually got 5 or 6 rainbow toppers in one go. So it's about quickness and speed and convenience as well, which is absolutely fantastic. So I'm just going to count how many colours I've got in my rainbow here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've got 7 different colours in there. And how many pieces of card have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. You think I'd planned it. Now, we are going to look at using the balloons as well. And the balloons, we're going to look at where you could colour them with your alcohol markers. And we've got our Nina Classic card on a special deal, I believe. So you can get that. And we can use our watercolour card and the ink pads that we've got on the show as well. So stick with, because we're going to show you all of those different things. So first things first, I've got my little Mini. You've seen the Mini lots of times before. You give it a good push down and it's stuck on. I can even pick up my glass mat. So the Mini is on there, and then you get your folder as well that does your die cutting for you. So I like to put in my rainbow, put in my first colour, and actually sometimes what I like to do is just see whether I can get through 2 colours. Now that pink piece of card looks a little bit wide for me, so I'm just going to trim it down because we need it to be 3 inches wide to go through the Mini, because that's the side of the plate. So let's see if we can get through 2 pieces of cardstock with that one die. I don't know, I've never tried it before. This is a live experimentation, which I suppose is never a good thing to do, but it does allow you to see whether it works or not. So there we go. Oh, look! Yes, Joe, it works. Look at that's the quality of our mini machine. Seriously, look, I've cut through 2 pieces of cardstock there, and I've got all of my rainbow pieces ready to go in both red and pink. And they're all, so you can see the pinks are behind. Can you see them all there? So all of the red and pinks done in one go.
Hannah Law is saying, Leanne, she got the rainbow set for a 6-year-old daughter to inspire her during lockdown, but I liked it so much I ordered a set for myself today. So she couldn't be without. Lots of you commenting away. Oh, someone saying that I'll check that. A lot of you saying how much you love your Gemini. There is an ink pad collection on the way as well, a little starter kit, sort of dip your toe in kit, which we'll share with you later. A lot of you talking about that. Anne is in the house as well. Anne, you know what it is, it's Wednesday. It's 5 in 5. It's when I get my horn out, Anne. So I'll give you fair warning. Don't worry about that.
Anne loves Joe's horn, doesn't she?
She
does.
Adores it.
Honestly, it makes her week, I think, really. She gets so excited.
Absolutely.
I'm trying 3 pieces of card now through my mini Joe.
Oh.
I've been doing 2, and I thought, you know what? Why stick at 2 if you can try 3?
Exactly.
So I'm doing it. I'm going for it.
It is. I mean, it doesn't take up much room, but it does
doesn't
pack a punch, doesn't it? That.
And it doesn't take up much room, and it doesn't take very much effort, and doesn't like 3 pieces. Look,
Fair
so
enough.
The third piece hasn't cut, but it cuts 2, which actually for a tiny little manual machine is exceptional. Really, I mean, it's unbelievable that small machine can do that, because really we're just expected to do 1 piece. Look at all of my rainbow pieces that I'm making in next to no time at all. It's just absolutely flying through. I'm going to cut myself another piece because I don't want embossed marks in my yellow piece here. So this last piece is going to go through, and then we're going to have a look at how to assemble the rainbow, and then we're going to have a look at some balloons as well. I think this little collection of dies is so incredibly useful, Joe, for lots of different occasions. And I'm going to show you some samples, because actually, for all the dies are small, don't think that the icons that you're making are tiny and therefore not usable on regular sized cards, because actually, for all they're mini and they're going through the mini, they're really quite a significant statement size when you come to put them together.
Carol Ann has been in touch,
Yeah.
and she says, Joe, I think you're going to have to get your horn out already, because she turned platinum yesterday. So there you go. Congratulations, Carol Ann.
Congratulations, that's fantastic. Oh my word, oh no, I forget.
I thought I'd give you a warning, because I was just going to give it a toot, but nearly knocked you off your box last time, didn't I?
You did nearly knock me off my box. I went home, I had palpitations. I was like, my word, I nearly fell off. Well, I have, just in case everybody's wondering as well, when Joe says he's going to knock me off my box, that's not a euphemism for anything. I'm actually standing on a box.
You are on a box.
Because I'm a short person, and I need the extra elevation. Now, when you do this at home, you're not going to do what I've just done and throw all of your pieces onto the counter, because now what I've got is a challenge to work out which is the next little arc that fits in the right place. I think that's not that green. It might be this green. Yes, look. So I'm just building up my little rainbow as I go. I think this is the next one here. Blue. Yes, what colour have I not had? Purple. I think purple might not be that one. It might be this one. Actually, it's not that one. Oh, no, that's green. Can't even tell my colours. Where's the purple? Here it is here. Come. Oh, there it is there. Look, I dropped it. Excellent. Purple goes here. There we are. And then I think pink is my last one, which is probably this one. And we've got red and yellow and pink and green, purple and orange and blue. We can sing a rainbow, Joe. That's how easy it is to put that together. And look, we've got all of the pieces here to make another 5 of those rainbows. And all we did was run that rainbow die through 3 times through the mini. How fantastic is that? Absolutely. It really is good in terms of batch making, I think, and beautiful designs. And
it sits really nicely amongst with those other dies that are in there as well, because you know, you've got the parties in there, you've got the birthday cake and that. Then you also have the more sort of nature ones as well. So you've got the butterfly, you've got the dragonfly in there as well.
You've got some gorgeous ones. Have you seen these, Joe?
Oh, let's have a look at that. I'll check these out.
Look at these with that rainbow. Look how fabulous they are with those little clouds in there. And I've got loads more samples to show you. And I am going to show you how to make the balloons as well. But look, just that one little rainbow collection I've shown you. Look at how many different ways you can use them, and you can cut them off if you want them to be small and just make it as a little topper there. But look, a big performance. Now I'm thinking, for those of you who can't crochet and want to have some rainbows in your window at home, you could do a little card hanging and put loads of little rainbows on like this and hang it in your window at home, couldn't you?
Fantastic.
And that would look fabulous. And then you could put thank you NHS. Just
like a little rainbow mobile.
Fabulous. Yes, oh yes, you could put them back to front and put a little string and have it spinning. That would be fabulous. I love that idea. Yeah, definitely. So there's loads more. Do you want to have a look at my balloons as well?
I'd love to see your balloons. The other thing is I just wanted to speak to you about as well is the Mini. Very busy on the Mini. It is available on its own. I believe it's $29.99. A lot of people think though, oh, I've got a Junior, I've got a big Gemini, or even a Go. Do I still need a Mini? Will it fit alongside my other machines?
Oh, 100%. You just need it in your life. I have my Mini out all the time. So my Mini just sits on my desk and I use it when I don't want to run through. In fact, if I've got a die that fits through the Mini, I just use it because it's so quick and so easy. It's the machine that you have on your desk where you're having a lovely afternoon, you're making a card and think, oh, I just needed a sentiment. And you don't want to pick out your big machine because you're not doing all of your big concept cards. You just want a quick something done or a quick little embellishment, a flower, a balloon, a butterfly, a ladybird, all of those little dies that we've got in that collection there. Maybe it's a little rainbow or a balloon as I'm going to do. And you can just whiz it through, a couple of seconds, it's done. And you haven't had to reset your craft area. So usable. But the thing with our Mini is, Joe, as you well know, the quality is exceptional. It really is. I mean, you've seen I was cutting through 2 layers of card there with a little manual machine. I mean, unheard of, Joe. The quality is exceptional. So you get all of the detailed and reliable cut that you would expect from one of our Gemini machines, but you get it in a much more convenient desktop fashion.
So what can you put in your Mini then, Leann?
Oh, you can put vellum, acetate. This is watercolor cardstock, which is really thick. It's thicker than your average cardstock. Your Nina card. I've done thin cotton fabric. I've done adhesive back denim in here. I've done thin cork. I've done thin wood veneer. I've done felt in my Mini as well. So it's not just about thin cardstocks or decorative papers. It's about all of the other mediums that you're using regularly in your craft at home. One thing that you must do is funky foam. We were all collecting funky foam back in the 80s when it was acceptable in sheets, and we've all got boxes of it in the loft. And just let Joe know, I know you have got boxes of funky foam stashed somewhere in your craft room.
I don't think I've ever heard of funky foam.
It's like the thicker flower foam. It's like a thick, you'll have seen it, Joe. Use that with your sentiment dies and your Mini, and you get lovely custom foam sentiment toppers that you pay a fortune for when they're all die cut out themselves on the high street and adhesive backed. And then you just use them with some of our wet glue and pop them onto your cards, and you've got beautiful thick dimensional sentiment toppers. That will go through your Mini as well. The possibilities are absolutely endless.
Fabulous. Very, very busy there. $29.99 if you want it in the UK, $44.95 if you are in the US. Are there folders available for the Mini? There are, I believe. They come in a 3-pack. They're available on the website. If they're not there at the moment, I know we have sold a lot of them recently, with any item that's sold out on our website, you can always just put your email address in the little box below where it says sold out, and we'll email you the moment that they come back in stock. I do believe they are there. Very busy for what's across the bottom of the screen there. 3 for £10 or $14 on the Nina Solar White card. So really do grab those. Am I right in thinking that the Nina is for our alcohol markers, Leann? Is that correct?
Yes, Nina is for our alcohol markers. You are quite correct. And watercolour card is for all of, I was on my little step there, did you see? I just like to do, when I'm not on, I like to do my little exercises on my little step. It just, you know what I mean, it gets me steps in for the day. I was looking for my blending tool. Yes, so Nina is with the alcohol markers. That was the question, Joe. And watercolour card is with all of our water products. So with your Harmony Water Reactive ink pads, with your aqua marker, your aqua tint, your sparkle markers, your aqua blend pencils, all of those things require you to have watercolour card, alcohol markers, only ever Nina or our marker card, because Fantastic. It'll just suck the ink out of your marker.
Wonderful. So make sure you grab that whilst it's on that fantastic deal. A great chance to get stocked up today. Now, I just want to run you through again the Gemini Minis. I will show you the 2 different ways that you can get hold of these as well. Let me just bring these in so you can see them. So this is collection 1 that I've got just here. So in here, you're going to get the beautiful bloom. You're also going to get this one here. Love this one. It's the celebration cake. There is the butterfly schmetterling fluttering by, and you've got the dragonfly in here. I recently found out, you know, dragonflies symbolise new beginnings. I think that's why they're so popular. They see a lot of them. £19 or $33 to get set 1. Now, we also have set 2. In here, you've got this one, which I love, Tea Party. You also have Garden Friends and Party Time. Now, Party Time, on its own, just this die is worth it because you can take all of those balloons, you can layer them up, stack them on a card, put some glossy accents on there, maybe even heat emboss them. It's a really, really effective card to make great birthday cards with. So you can go for those on their own individually if you want to. They are set 2. However, when you go for these ones and these ones together, you then get the rainbow completely free of charge. And the rainbow is the one so many of you love. You've also got the snow in there, you've got the sun as well. Now, as well as giving you that, we also give you 100 bonus Club Inspire points as well. So you can get 100 points. Normally you get £1 for every, you know, you don't get £1 for every point you spend. That would be a great deal, wouldn't it? If we gave you £1 every time you spent a point. You get a point for every £1 you spend or every $1 you spend. So in the US, you'll get 158 points for this one. In the UK, you get 136 points for that one. Right, let's move on. What you got?
I haven't showed you my balloons, Joe.
Oh, I must see your balloons.
You kind of go without seeing the balloons from these mini dies.
Let's see your balloons then.
Because the balloons are balloony. And we all need balloons on a card. Can I show you my balloons quick?
Yeah.
Thank you. Because I cut them out, but then you didn't see me colour them up. And I want you to be able to see them because with those Harmony water reactive ink pads that we've got on the show, they can look incredible. So I cut out all of these little balloon shapes that we can see there. And I've coloured this one in, look, this little purple balloon here, with my Harmony water reactive. Now we can do that with lots of different colours. So let's say we want to have a green balloon. I want to show you how your Harmony will work brilliantly with these. And this was cut out on watercolour card. So just very quickly, and then I've got some samples to show you because when you see all of these other samples, you're going to want these mini dies in your life. So I'm just inking this up with that Harmony water reactive ink. I've gone with the lightest colour of that trio. And then I go with the middle colour. And I've got some already done so you can see it. You don't have to watch me do them all. I go with the middle colour. And there we go, middle colour. Just to give it a little bit more depth on the edge. And you'll see in a second when I move it. And then the darkest colour. And then I just take that a little bit around the edge. Just to give it that little bit of depth. So I get some shade and some light, which you can see. Move that down, look, you can see that little balloon now is all coloured in. Really easy to do with the ink pads, with your little blending tools. And then when you put that together in a project, look what you can do with all those lovely balloons. Isn't that really pretty?
Gorgeous.
So dead easy to do. So it's not just about your coloured cardstocks with these lovely dies. It is about cutting them out in white and using all your colouring mediums that you've got at home as well. This is watercoloured, this is alcohol marker. So both of them look a little bit different. This looks a little bit more watercoloured. And this just looks lovely and smooth, which is what you get with an alcohol marker. Do you want to see some samples of all the other dies in the collection, Joe?
Yes, please. You're spoiling us today, Leann.
I just, do you know, I'm just feeling like I should. Why not? Do you know what it is? It's because I had some chocolate. I had some dark chocolate with nuts in, and that's like rocket fuel for Leann Chivers. That I absolutely adore it.
I'm not happy about the fact I haven't had any chocolate.
I know you were very good, Joe. You
I had an incident with
chocolate.
some fudge yesterday, didn't I? That's why, you know, I can't eat any
well, you
more
had
chocolate.
you had your quota yesterday, didn't you?
Really did. I had everyone's quota yesterday.
Yeah. So now here you can see. Can you remember when we did the ladybird with the spotty bottom, Joe?
Oh yes.
Remember the spotty bottom? So look, there's your little ladybird there. So you can use your little ladybirds. This is those little teacups. Look, we've done some spot colouring on those. Cut them out on Centura Pearl. Here's your balloons again and some of those lovely little cupcakes. Looks gorgeous. a plethora of balloons there, just cut out on lots of different types of cardstock. You can see they're just in some mirror card, if that's what you want to do. You can make lovely little shaker cards and then decorate with the flowers if you want to. You can just use the dragonfly, the New Beginnings, but cut the different layers out. You can see we've got the top layer there and the beautiful glitter card for his wings. Here's a big shaker card with the dragonfly. Looks absolutely glorious. Butterflies. Now, the thing I'm building this up so you can't see them. Look, I'm going to move them out of the way. The thing I'm hoping you can see from these cards is, for all these dies are a mini set of dies for the mini machine. Look, they're making a statement on here. The actual toppers that you're able to create are a lovely size for all of the general sizes of cards that you want to make at home, and they don't disappear. So for all it's a mini die collection with the mini machine, they actually are perfectly sized to make a statement on whatever it is that you want to use them with when you're crafting at home.
Fabulous. It is small in size, but it really does pack a punch. And I think the reason it's so busy, the mini and the mini dies, when we bring to you in our Creative Craving show, is that actually, you know, there might be you out there, you might be new to crafting, you might have done a bit of stamping, you might have done, but maybe die cutting something you haven't done, and you're not sure it's going to be for you, and you don't want to take the leap and spend, you know, well, what can you spend on a die cutting machine? I mean, I know we bring you exceptional value with our Gemini machines, but you can spend, what's the most you can spend on a die cutting machine, Leann?
The most?
The most you can spend on like an electric die cutting machine?
I would say about £250.
Yeah.
And I think for the most reasonable manual type machine, you're probably looking at 50
yes.
to 80.
So a great way to sort of dip your toe in really with the mini, and you know, if you are undecided, you don't want to go out and spend £250 on a die cutting machine if you're not sure it's going to be for you. Whereas with the mini, it's a minimal investment, $29.99. You'll get free P&P on that if you're in the UK. Don't forget as well, you can use your Club Inspire discount in conjunction with all the discounts we bring you here at Crafty TV. So it means that you know, our silver members will be getting 10% off that, platinum members will be getting 20% off of that as well. So a great day to go for the mini, a great chance to stock up on these dies. Get the extra points and also grab yourself that rainbow die whilst you're at it as well. If you want to, now a lot of you are commenting on Facebook, if you want to watch and shop at the same time, it's really easy to do that. Go over to our website, crafterscompanion.wherever you are, so .co.uk, .com or .eu. Go to the homepage, you'll see this, you'll see me. Hi, waiting for you right there on the homepage, and just click underneath where it says shop now, or you can click through into Crafters TV. And in Crafters TV, if you love this show, you can go back and watch all of our previous airings. They live pretty much forever there on the website, so make sure you pop across there. It's a great time to shop at the moment. Now, let's move on for you. So, where should we go next? What do you want to see next? The stamps. Wonderful. So the stamps, really busy on these. We've got some individual collections for you. So £38 or $58 gets you the whole collection. Let me show you some of the wonderful things that you're going to be able to create with these, because they are gorgeous. Now, the great thing is about these stamp sets, it's the variation that these offer you. So you can see here what we've got. Beautiful butterfly there. This one here, gorgeous. And again, if you love your if you think you might love your sort of steampunky ideas, then you can stamp these up. The thing that I love about stamping, you know, is that we all get the same image when we stamp these out, whether we stamp them out with our quick dries or our pigment inks or whatever it is that we use, we all get, or even our water reactive, we all get that same stamped image. But then it's up to you where you take it. Are you going to watercolor it? Are you going to get alcohol pens involved? Are you going to fussy cut? Are you going to heat emboss? There's so many different things that you can do with just one stamp set. Let me show you the back of the peony one just for instance here, because I want you to see the amount of variation that you've got. So, I just did an inverted snort. Did you hear that?
Wow.
I took a big intake of breath and snorted at the same time.
How attractive!
And it's a wonder. People ask me why I'm still single. This is why I had a call from First Dates yesterday, Leann, because you know, it's my inverted snorting that, you know, the boys go crazy for it. Now I want to show you everything that you're getting in here. So you've got that lovely big floral elements. Going to be great for getting your colouring mediums in. We've lost Leann. You've got a flourish. Now see flourishes and borders like this. These look boring. Not boring, but you think, what am I going to use that for? That can become a phrase. frame, it can become a corner, it can become a border. There's so much that you can do with those. You've got sentiments in here, you've got lovely background elements. You want to do things like your resist techniques with these, absolutely you can. And this is just one stamp set. That's just one. You're going to get 6 for that price that you can see there. £38 or $58, saving over a third on these. So a great day to get them. You can go for the large collection. You can break it down and get individual collections. So if you want to, you can go for Beautiful Peony, which comes with Feathered Friends. So it's got these birds on there. You could also go for Let Your Spirit Soar, that beautiful butterfly, along with Heartfelt Wishes, which has got the Heartfelt Wishes sentiment, and it's got that lovely flat floral element in there. Or you could go for Born to Fly, which would come along with Cherish Every Moment. So they're the smaller individual collections that you can go for. If you go for the smaller individual collections, I'll just grab a price for you on those. They are £15 or $22 to get them in their pairs. So now, are you going to treat us to, are you going to spoil us with a demonstration with
well,
these?
I think I might.
Just before we do that, can I just give you a heads up on, and actually I wouldn't mind getting your a little bit of a Chivers soundbite on it as well.
All right.
We've got this Spectrum Noir. It's not called, we're not calling it a discovery kit because this is a discovery kit, or it would be called a discovery. I think it's our taster bundle, I believe we're calling it. Now in here, what you get is you get 5 of our water reactive ink pads. So you'll get in here Dams and Wine, you'll get Sandstorm, Seal Brown, Oasis and Orange, but we also give you the Midas ink pad in bronze, the Pebble waterproof. We also give you the Brights in the aqua markers and some watercolor card as well. It's a fantastic kit. Look at all of that you get there. £38, $55. I think this is great because often we talk about what all of our different ink pads do, Leann, don't we? And we don't. And it's lovely to have. We normally bring you bundles of 1 ink pad. So we've got a great deal on this show for our water reactors. You can get a 10-piece bundle, or you can get a 25-piece bundle. Or with this one, we're sort of cross-pollinating here, which is fantastic.
I adore this little taster collection, Joe. And the value for money there is truly exceptional. I would be definitely going for that if you like what you see me do next with these collage stamps, because everything I'm going to do now with those collage stamps, if you put that little bundle in your basket, you're going to be able to achieve exactly what I'm doing. And I think you're going to like it, the effect you get, but how simple it is as well.
Wonderful. A great little bundle. If you are unsure about ink pads, if you're unsure about watercolor markers, you've got everything that you need there, you know, bring some stamps in that you've already got at home, and you've got loads that you're going to be able to do there with that 30. Oh, I went really common then, didn't I? £38.
£38, love.
I sound like I was working on a market. Pound bananas. £38 if you're in the UK, or $55 to get hold of those. Right. With the stamps, the main collection, the big bundle, some of you are seeing this as sold out at the moment on the website. That is incorrect. We do have stock of these. We are just working on it. As soon as you're able to get them, we will let you know in a few minutes. The little elves here are upstairs are working hard to get them available on the website. Now, anyway, I'm going to hand over to you, Leann. I know you've got loads that you want to show us. Don't forget as well, any comments, any questions that you want, get them in. Evelyn saying, Joe, you are so much fun. You always make me laugh. Are you laughing at me or with me, though, Evelyn?
Oh, with you. Always with you, Joe. Now, I'm going to... Joe, can you just remind me? I think you've got Dams and Wine and Sandstorm in that little bundle kit there, haven't you?
I do indeed.
Yeah, you do. Oh, marvellous. So we're going to use those 2 colours for this next little technique. And then I've got my bronze Midas. Have you got that as well?
Yes, bronze Midas.
Oh, it's exciting. And now I've got my rustic brown here, but you'll get the same effect with your pebble, and that's just because my pebble's over there. And I don't want to run out of shot so you can see it. And also you'll see my behind. Oh, get off my box. Can I get off my box and go and get it? I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm off my box. I'm over here.
She's gone rogue. She's off her box.
I'm off my box. And I'm over here. I think I found it. Right, good. I'm back. I'm back on the box. There we go. I mean, as long as I don't mind being off my box, it's better than being off my trolley, which I have been most of my adult life.
I think it means the same thing, being off your box and off your trolley. I think it's
similar. Does it?
I think so.
Oh, well, there we go. Right, so now I've got a piece of watercolour card. I've got 2 sets of my stamps, and actually I didn't even know how these were bundled because I didn't pay attention. Sorry, need to do my job better. But I'm using the butterfly and the hydrangea together, and I believe they come in a pair if you're not going for the big 6 set. So I'm going to use both of those as well. Now we're going to use these Harmony Water reactive dyes in a little bit of a different way to how we would usually. And we're going to do it so that we get this lovely soft effect that you get here, lovely watercolour wash effect, and then do some stamping around the outside. So I've got my piece of white cardstock here, and then with my damson wine, see, I'm just putting a little daub of that onto my craft mat. I'm doing the same with my sandstorm just beside, and then I'm saving my finesse waterproof and my bronze for some detail stamping later. So what I've got is my large brush here, and I'm just going to prepare my card to receive the ink that I'm going to put on there. So this is just called priming, and so basically it's taking a damp paintbrush and just painting your watercolour card with a light layer of wet, if I was going to say of wet water. So when have we ever had dry water? I have no idea. But you know, I think if we could invent some dry water, it might we might make a pretty penny from it. So here we go. We've got our water, we've got our big brush, and then what I'm going to do now is just get my damson wine, and I'm just going to drag it across my cardstock. And I'm just having a little look down here, hoping I can see my heat tool, and I'm struggling to see it. I don't suppose, Joe, my heat tool's down your neck of the woods there.
I've seen it, you know, I've seen it this morning somewhere. I saw it on a trolley.
Did you? Was it on a trolley? I'm having a look. I'm doing a swivel with my head as I'm looking here to see if I can see my heat tool. I definitely need my heat tool, so we're going to have a little look across the other end of the studio and see if it's there. So you can see I'm just dragging my purple ink on here and just creating a lovely soft background as I do that. Oh, we found the heat tool. It was on a trolley. Let's make sure. Oh, it's switched on. Fantastic. Lovely. There we are. Thank you. Now, I'm just going to dry this a minute because I don't want the 2 colours to contaminate too much. So if I didn't dry this and I just kept going on with the wet colour, what would happen is they would just blend together and I wouldn't get any differentiation between the 2. And because I want to layer them up, I'm just giving it a little dry, not fully dry, just partially. And it'll start to flatten out a little bit once it is. There we go. And then I can continue what I was doing with my sandstorm now. So my white areas, and this is what gives it a lovely, more of a vintage feel and calms down the damson wine a little bit. And if you need a little bit more, add it on. And the strategy here, if you can say that you've got a strategy with craft, I like to say I've got a strategy always, even when it's going wrong. That was my strategy, is to have it look messy. You want it to look very worn, very vintage, very slapped together a little bit. So that's difficult for me because I'm very much a symmetrical person. If I've got a candlestick on one side of my mantelpiece, I have to have the same candlestick on the other side of my mantelpiece. So I do like symmetry in my life. So just try and whack it all on, which I've done there. And I've used those 2 colours which come in your little bundle collection, which is great. But of course, the bigger collections that we've got just gives you more colour choices, and you can do this exact same technique with it. So I'm just going to give this another little dry so we can go in and do some layering up, Joe.
Fantastic. Very, very busy on this collection. A lot of you loving it. Something else that's really busy, and I know you guys love, we've got a fantastic deal for you on our ink pad storage solution. So it might be a great day to grab hold of these. It's half price. Also, you could look at it, it's buy one, get one free. So buy one, we'll send you another one absolutely free of charge. Pop one in your basket, you'll receive 2 times this. So you get 6 pieces in each, that is 12. So you're going to be able to store up to 36 ink pads within here as well. Also, if you've got other ink pads, I know because our ink pads are a bit of a, well, some ink pads are this shape, aren't they? I know a lot of them are that more square shape that you've got. You can put those ones in, things like your Tim Holt Distress inks, pads, those pads will go in there as well. You can tier them up, or you can actually spread them out. You can cascade them if you want to. Also very busy still on that Nina Solar White card that we've got at the moment. Perfect for all of your alcohol inking techniques. 3 for £10 or $14 on that. So make sure that slips itself into your basket as well. What is that? Was that a tap or a pounce? I think that might have been more vigorous than a tap.
That was a tap.
That was a tap, was it?
Yes,
okay.
That was a tap. This is light tapping rather than hard banging. Light tapping all over. And all I'm doing, this is one of the lovely distress stamps from the Butterfly collection.
Well,
it's like a little script, and I'm just randomly stamping. You can
funny
see
you should
there.
say that, because the stamps that we talk about, you know that they said that they weren't showing there on the website. They are now right there. You should all be able to see them. I know a lot of you have been saying, oh, I can't get them in my basket. You might have to just hit refresh on your browser and get them in your basket. If you remember, if you want to watch and shop at the same time, craftscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu is where you need to go to do that at the same time. Those sort of scrolly ones are really versatile, aren't they, Leann?
The what, sorry, Joe?
The scrolly
the
stamps are
scrolly
really versatile.
ones. Yeah, really, really versatile. I love them. I'm using two of my favourites here. I'm using the Butterfly and the Hydrangea. And I hadn't even realised that they came in a pair, but it is a lovely, I mean, look how fabulous these are. Just using little stamps from both sets. And I'm able to create a really kind of collage-y, and that's why they're called collage, because I can layer up all of the different pieces and build them up and create what you would pay a fortune for if you were buying a piece of scrapbook paper where somebody had done all of this work for you. But you don't need to worry about that, because you're able to build it up yourself. I've got one of the nice little swirlies in here, and I've got this lovely edge. This edge I've got to show you, I adore it. So this edge here I'm going to show you now. It's like a little distress edge. Looks nothing like that when you put it on. But let me show you what happens when you stamp it onto your project. So I'm light tapping again, Joe. And then I'm lining it up here with the edge of my cardstock, stamping it on, and look, I get it as if it's a torn, distressed edge, and I can just decide as and where I want to put that, and I can go, as it's got a straight edge, around all the edges of my piece of card if I want to. I could make it into an entire frame by joining it if I didn't just want to do the odd little piece like that. And you see, all I'm really doing is deciding which stamp I like the look of, and then stamping it.
How do you clean your stamps? Do you need to clean your stamps? If so, how, Leann? How would you recommend people store these? Store them.
You can see what I'm doing here is, when I'm finished using it, I put it straight back into my acetate. I like to keep them on the acetate they came with, in the packet that they came in, because that's where my inspiration is if I run out of my Crafty Mojo. If you've got our binders, I would cut that front out, put my stamps onto a stamp panel, and I would glue that to the back.
Okay. So
that I've got that inspiration there at hand should I need it. Our packaging is so much more than a means of posting a product to you. It's about, inspiring you, showing you how the product works, helping you out if you need some ideas on how it should be put together, and just to, give you a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of boost sometimes as well.
We all need a boost sometimes.
Oh, we all need a boost.
I used to work with a guy that was Welsh, and we used to sell juices, and he was like, oh, you know what you need? Some juice. Give you a boost. You fancy a boost? Who wants a boost? So now when anyone says boost, I'm like, oh, you need a boost.
That wasn't Howard by any chance,
indeed,
was
yes.
it?
Yeah.
That was a fantastic impersonation of Howard.
Howard Griffiths, if you watch Ideal World here in the UK, you'll know exactly who we mean.
Yeah.
If you don't, if you're in the US, you'll be fine. That's showbiz.
So you see how it's building up. It's starting to look glorious, isn't it? And you can just put on as many of these different pieces as you want, and you build it up. Now, I'm going to show you this how to do the background, and then at some point, I think it would be nice if I could stamp and colour a butterfly and show you that as well.
Oh, I'd love
if
to
I've
see
got time.
That. I'm sure we'll make time for you, Leann.
Okay.
We always make time for you.
Now, I'm going to put in some other little accents with, I'm going to use the bronze metallic now, actually, Joe. So I'm going to get my little swirl again, and instead of using that brown, I'm going to put some extra bronze highlights on here.
So the metallics, for anyone that's not seen them, what are they? How do they work? How can we use them? Are they like a water base? Are they more like a pigment? What are they? Where do they live?
They are a pigment. They're very definitely a pigment, and they've got mica in them. So they've got metallic in them. So you get that lovely metallic shine. Now, it's always more subtle. I'm going to get a bit of black cardstock to show you down here. And then you can see what it's like. It's always more subtle on a piece of white cardstock because it doesn't interfere as much. It's still lovely because you get a nice subtle look, but if you can see the difference here from stamping it onto a piece of black cardstock, you see how you get that beautiful metallic look.
It's very shiny, isn't it?
Yes, very shiny. If you use
just
your
remind me,
metallics,
is mica the one? Where does mica come from?
Mica is a naturally occurring mineral, as is a pigment. So the two of them, when you use them together in an ink pad like this, really is a marriage made in heaven. And so actually with these metallic ink pads, you can do all of your blending techniques. I'm going to show you that now because you can use your metallic and you can bring blending into the side and have lovely metallic blending in on here if you want to as well. I can go all the way around and do that, so I get a lovely distressed metallic edge to my colour. So you can blend them, you can paint with them. I'll show you that.
Can you paint with them and add water to them?
I'll show you.
Is that the wrong one?
Nope, you put some down there like that.
Right.
See, that's squidged on there. I'm going to get a little paintbrush, and then all I do is I add a tiny bit of water. I'm going to get my black cardstock again so I can show you. Add a tiny bit of water to it, which kind of emulsifies it and makes it into a paint. And then look.
Oh, wow.
So now I've got a metallic paint. I'm going to pick it up so you can see it really close. I've got a beautiful, when it dries, you'll see, look.
Oh, wow.
Look at that, look at there. The metallic sheen on there.
It's almost fizzy, isn't it?
It really is fabulous. And that'll dry beautiful and metallic, and I'm just able to take it from there and brush it onto my cardstock and have myself a custom made metallic paint, as well as a metallic ink pad and a blending ink pad. So those metallic ones are fantastic in terms of what they can do for all of your different projects. And this is why that little bundle that you've got there, Joe, is a phenomenal bundle, because you've got all of the little taster pieces in there that you need. Really, really fabulous.
And also they're all going to work together, which is fantastic. So you're getting 5 of the water reactive ink pads in that taster bundle. You're also going to get the Pebble in the waterproof. You're going to get the Bronze in the Midas, and get 6 of the aqua markers as well. If you want to see more about the aqua markers, a couple of weeks ago myself and Sarah did a 2-hour Colour Me Happy show. Colour Me Happy every Friday at 11 AM here on Crafters TV. You can go back and get the inspiration, and you've got the watercolour card there to go with your aqua markers as well. So a great dip your toe in collection. If you want larger collections on our water reactive, you can see the details on the screen there. It's for our 25-piece water reactive, and we'll run you through those in a bit more detail. They all look gorgeous, Leann.
Don't they look lovely? So I showed you this earlier, and then this is exactly what we've recreated here. So we've just created a lovely distressed background ready for a nice stamp topper or for a piece of background paper. But I've just got a couple here where I wanted to show you. This is using that larger bundle of distress ink pads that you've got there. You've seen me do blended backgrounds like this many times. That's doing the blend and then stamping with those lovely Harmony water reactives there as well. And then the little bird that comes in the collection, look, I've just fussy cut it out and then done the same with a piece of black card, and I can get a little shadow on there, pop the bird on, looks gorgeous. Here's the butterfly, exactly the same. So watercolour card, a blended background with your Harmony, you've seen me do it before. And then what I've done is that butterfly from that collection, which, just so everybody knows, is the best butterfly in the history of the world ever this month. While it's my very favourite, you need that collection just for that butterfly. Look how glorious that is when it's stamped and cut out and coloured in the same colours with Harmony to match the lovely background we've done. Look how that butterfly looks like it's jumping from the page. It's a glorious piece. The thing about these stamps, Joe, is they're collage, which is all about the layering of the background to get that depth, dimension, the texture, so it really looks artistic, as you've seen with all of these, but then having your statement pieces to really bring them to life. I've got a pile of samples here. Would you like to see them?
Oh, I'd love to, please.
Right, and these are some of my very favourites, and actually these are the same, all of the stamps that you've got in that big bundle, Joe. So you could choose your favourites, but just so you can see the different way. I mean, look at that bird when it's been coloured with the alcohol markers, but with the collaged background. It truly is exceptional. It just jumps from the page. Look here, when you colour it in with your aqua markers, which was in that little bundle there. Here's a one, just using the butterfly as part of the collage in the background, and one of the little accent stamps there as well. Here, full on colour, and use the butterfly, look, side by side as a spinner, Look how glorious that is with your Harmony Water Reactives. Here we've just used a couple of sentiments and some of the texture stamps. Here for the rose, we've gone with a lovely gold background. We've got more muted and white heat embossing here with the florals. We've gone tone on tone. We've got a lovely stamped and coloured floral there with your collage background. This one is what collage stamping's all about. Look at this with that lovely aperture. If you got our nested dies with those scalloped and torn edges the other week, Joe, when you and I were on, make your own aperture card. We showed you how to do that on the show. Add these stamps in and these ink pads. You can create that doing all of your inking and layering it up with all of those. And you've seen how easy it was. I've just done it there. All I did was put some ink on and randomly stamp. You're going to be able to do, you've got the texture bars, you've got a stamp to do that. You've got a stamp to do your text. You've got, look at this. It's not just about cards. Look at that notebook. I mean, I just need to move these so I can show you. We need to, this might come home with me. This might not be in the sample box after today. But nobody's going to tell anybody, are you? Look how fabulous. That's one of those cheap notebooks, spiral bound, you can get in all of the 5 for £1 shops. And then just use your collage stamps and some of your little tags and things. Do your butterfly, cut it out, lay that up. That is the most exquisite gift for somebody. I really love that. It could be a photograph album. It could be a recipe book. It could be a project book where you're keeping a note of all your colours that you put together, your favourite combinations. It's just gorgeous, really, Joe. I think these collage stamps are really some of my favourites in the last 2 years of stamps that we've created, because they're so versatile in terms of being able to make these fabulous types of projects, to do those distressed backgrounds. If you've struggled, if you love the look of it, but you've never really been able to achieve and make it up yourself, knowing that we've put that whole set together for you, where you just take the stamp it on, put your colour on the background, and it's done. It just makes it easy. And the images on here are exceptional. And all of these images, so you know, were hand-drawn by one of our in-house artists, Ruth. And I think she has done a phenomenal job.
She really has. They are beautiful and they're available right now over on our website. And the value you've got here is, well, it's incredible, really. You're looking at what? I was going to try and do the maths, but I'm not going to. Just over £5, so about £5 or £6 per collection. It's great value when you consider everything you've got. Let me just show you again on the back of one of these exactly what you're getting included, because it's a really great variation of different types of stamps. So you've got that really lovely big focal point there. You've got the embellishments, you've got some scroll in there, you've got some backgrounds as well. You can see all the different types of stamps that you've got on the back of there, as you can see. Now, if you want to go for them, £38 gets you all 6 of these, which is fantastic. I know it was showing out of stock for some of you at the start of the show. It is all there now, ready and available for you over on our website, crafterscompanion.com.co.uk or .eu. Right, I want to whiz through some deals that are super busy on the website, as I knew they would be. First up is this. It is our bumper collection of the Spectrum Noir. Now, the great thing is, at the moment, we've still got all of the great colours in stock for you. But as Sarah has said many times, our ink pad manufacturer is in the US and they're not producing at the moment. So grab these whilst we've got all the good colours in there, all the colours that work beautifully together. You can see you've got your blues, greens in there, there's purples, you've got some reds in there too. It's a fully comprehensive collection. They all blend seamlessly together, and you've got the spritzers, the blending tool, and the 10 refills. 25 ink pads in that collection as well. So you're looking at £4 per ink pad, which is unheard of value for money. If you didn't want to go for that, I do have a smaller collection, but just firstly, for anyone that's been thinking about this for a while, not only is this a great deal, Leann, but these are tremendous ink pads, aren't they?
These are the ink pads that you must have in your collection above all of the ink pads, because you can stamp your images, you can do your blending, as you've just seen, you can put it on the mat and you can paint with them, you can do your faux bleaching, you can do your spritzing, you can do your layering, you can mix new colours with them, you can do faux watercolour art with them, you can colour all of your images, you can colour your sentiments and your toppers, you can blend your backgrounds in. The technique ability with these is off the chart, but the quality is exceptional. And the reason the quality is exceptional is because I've worked with the factory to develop this formulation for Spectrum Noir and Crafter's Companion only. And we've done that for you to get a superior experience and an effortless blend with things that you might have struggled with before. They are exceptional, Joe.
They really are, and you guys absolutely love them. I think it's fair to say that of all the bundles, we're bringing you a lot of larger bundles of ink pads recently. I think the water reactors have been your absolute favourite. However, we do understand this price point for everyone. If you do go for that £100, $140, can use your Inspire discount in conjunction with that. Everyone will get free P&P and free shipping and handling on that as well, because it's over that threshold spent. However, if you did want a smaller collection, then we do have it for you. So this one here will get you 10, and it's going to still get you 10 of your core favourite colours within there. £50, $60, free P&P in the UK for that one as well, and you still get that. So 10 there, so you're looking at £5 per ink pad, plus the extra bits you've got in there. However, the value when you buy 25 is even better, and that is the one that's busiest at the moment. When we bring you two different sizes of ink pads, it is always the larger collection that is the busiest. Now, don't forget, keep getting all of your comments into us. It is lovely when you comment along. Don't forget as well, if you want to send us any pictures of things that you have been up to, then you can do that by emailing studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Send in your pictures, maybe even send in some of your fails. We'll get the lovely Leann to work out why maybe they haven't worked. Now, if you're going for your ink pads, you're going to need something to store them in. This is only half of what you are getting. We have this 6 pieces here. When you grab them in the show today, you actually get 2 of these. They're half price. So you'll get the ability to store up to 36 ink pads within there as well. So really great to be able to get those whilst they are on such a fantastic deal. So half price, $16.99, $24.95 if you are in the US. And here is of course what you're getting. You're getting 2 of those. Don't forget, they can also store your other brands of ink pads. So whether it's your oval style ones or the square style ones, things like your Tim Holtz, the stress inks will go in there, because you've got a little sort of a little sort of nodule on there which allows you to store those square ones. Now, loads still to come here this week on Crafty TV. Don't forget, we are bringing you full schedule every single week. Tomorrow, it's Thursday. Where has this week gone? It has whizzed by. Tomorrow, double cartload, the amuse-bouche, the saucisson, as I like to call it, will be here at 11 AM for you, the preview. However, you know what we normally do? We do the preview and we say, don't worry, because all the stock will still be there for the later show. This week is not like that. If you want everything, you need to get yourself in for the preview. There's a lot of low stock times. In fact, I'm not even sure I meant to tell you this, but I'm going rogue. All the deals for tomorrow's cartload are probably live right now over on the website. Get in first, because if you guys are in the US, I know what it'd be like. If I was in the US, I wouldn't be getting up at 6 AM to watch us tomorrow morning. I know, I know we're great, but we're just not that great. For me, anyway, I love my sleep in the morning. But if you're in the US and you don't think you're going to get the preview, then you can actually get across to the website right now, crafterscompanion.com.co.uk or EU, and all the deals are there. Then also don't forget as well, Colour Me Happy will be here on Friday, and then Best Of also on Saturday too. Loads of you are commenting along. Anne is here. I can see she's very excited for 5 in 5. I love all the demos, love the notebook, says Carleen. Love your demos, says Roxanne. I wish you were in America, New York, to do a craft class in person. I've said it before and I'll say it again, Alison. You pay the airfare, we are there. I keep saying we need to do like some sort of crafty US road trip. Myself and Leann, we go to places like New York and Nashville and Vegas and New Orleans. Where else would we go?
Everywhere. Well, I'm running out of city. What about Texas?
Texas, wonderful.
Yeah.
We could go to Minnesota to see Joe Exotic's farm. We could go to Animal Park.
Could.
Go there.
I love that. And can we go to Alabama?
Yes, we can indeed.
I want to go to Alabama because I love that movie.
We could go to Key West. We could also go maybe to San Francisco.
Oh yes.
We could.
What's the place begins with a B? Is it Boston?
Boston, yes. And if we went to Boston, we could go to Provincetown, which is like up the coast a bit, which I hear is amazing. To where else should we go on our? Where else should we go on our hypothetical crafty road trip that we are going to be going on?
We could hire one. We could have one of those big Winnebagos between us, Joe, and we could just drive everywhere and do little craft classes
in the awning.
in the awning.
Fantastic.
And then like put a barbecue on.
Yeah.
And then my word, it would be fantastic. I'd happily give up a year of my life to do that.
Fabulous. If you, I'd say I'll come with you, but we'll talk about it off air. Now, I wanted to just talk to you again and just recap as well everything we've got on the show for you. There's loads for the discovery kits that are available for you that are just here. So with the discovery kits, you've got 7 different options for you. I'll quickly whiz you through these. Now, these are fantastic. We only recently launched these, but what we've done is we've launched these discovery kits in conjunction with really well-renowned artists, and we're focusing on different styles. What I would say about these as well is what you can do is you can buy the whole collection if you want to. You pay for 6, you get 7 when you buy the whole collection. You can get them individually as well. They're very affordable also individually. You can buy these and actually have them sent somewhere else. So if you're thinking, you know, someone that I know really wants to get into a sort of colouring, or, you know, just maybe needs something to fill their time on lockdown, then you can. So that was mandalas, which is often the favourite one. You've also got creative colouring. Now, the value is amazing here when you get them individually, because they are, if you get 5 classic markers in here, you could easily pay about £3 per classic marker. So to get that, you also get the art liner, but most importantly, you get the worksheets and you get all of the instructions as well. This one is illustration. You've got our illustrator markers within here as well, 5 of those in an art liner. You've also got as well this one here, which is the manga and comic. And we put this together with Nicola Yao. She's a, I was going to say video game. That's not the right word, is it? What called?
Pass.
What are they called? You play them on like the PlayStation, the Xbox.
Yeah.
No,
so
what's it called?
She
it's not called a video game,
games.
is it?
Doesn't she?
No, she's a game designer. But what's the word for this games? It's a specific word. She's a game designer. But what are they called? The games. There's a word for the video games. It is video games.
It is video games.
Hey! She's a video game designer.
Now, I thought there was I thought video games, and then I thought there must be another like really clever word.
Do you know what I was thinking though? In my head, I was thinking arcade games, and then I said video games. Did I say arcade games?
No, you didn't say it. No.
Anyway, if you want to do that, you've got that one. We also have the watercolor for you. Maybe someone that wants to get into product design or architecture or something like that, you've got these. And something I know loads of us would love to do is calligraphy. Again, you've got absolutely everything that you need in there to enable you to do these. You can get them as a big collection. You can also get them as well individually. I believe they're $12.99 or $11.99 in the UK individually. I'll just give you the detail of the individuals as well. Again, if you want to get the best way to get the best value is to buy the larger collection, which is that one just there. Individually, $11.99 or $15.95. We only launched these recently, and they've been so busy. I think a lot of the time, the best value, of course, getting all of them. You pay for 6, we send you 7. I think, Leann, for a lot of people maybe are scared of colouring, or maybe think they can't do it, or, you know, don't know where to start because they don't know what kit they need to do the different jobs. These alleviate all of that, don't they? Oh,
they really do. They're fantastic. And actually, I was just looking at that when you were taking it through, and then looking at the price that you've got there, Joe, and thinking, you know, sometimes we pay for online classes and courses to teach us new skills, and we pay a lot more than the price we're paying for all of those discovery kits there. And actually, if you get that bundle and you've got all of those discovery kits, that really is like, it's better than an online course because you've got the physical product in front of you as well. You're not paying for the content or watching the video tutorial, then having to buy your extra content to follow along. We're giving you everything. We're giving you the paper, the pens, the knowledge of the experts, and we're giving you all of the expertise in terms of the step-by-step instruction. So that's going to take you on a journey. That's like buying a 6 months art education course for you to try all of the things, but giving you all the product to work with it, which is truly fabulous. And I think the variety in there as well, Joe, allows you to dip in and out and just see what your thing is without having to have invested in 216 markers to see if it's your thing. It just gives you that lovely little taster so you can decide where you want to then extend your collection. Or if you've already got our Illustrator markers and you want some education on how to use them, then get this discovery kit and use what you've been given here by Tatiana to help you get to grips with your Illustrator marker. I love them as an educational tool as well as a discovery tool, Joe. I think it just puts a little bit of a different feel on it. Now I've got here our Illustrator one and I've had the pleasure of meeting our lovely Tatiana, who not only is a very skilled artist with illustrators, but she's multilingual.
Wow.
She's Russian, who speaks fluent German and fluent English.
Ooh.
I mean, amazing, really. And she just moves between the three languages effortlessly. So that's our Tatiana there. And then she explains to you, meet your artist. There she is, gorgeous. She's beautiful as well. Has a fabulous Instagram feed if you want to follow her, with loads of inspiration on these discovery kits as well. And our Illustrator marker. She's extremely helpful. She tells you all about the tools that you're getting, so your Illustrator and your fine liner in there. And then as we turn over, she gives you a hint on some tips and techniques of how you should be using your Illustrator markers. And then she talks to you about how you can start to mix colours together, the different combinations with the 5 markers that you've got, and then how to lay that down and get some of the beautiful results you can see here. We're going to apply some of that technique using the markers you get in the kit. And we're going to work with these macaron because you know I do love macaron. They're one of my favourite things, especially, I always forget, that posh shop.
Lagare.
Yes, that's them. I love that shop. I love, love, love it. And their macaron are exceptional. They're not cheap though.
Is it, what's the plural of macaron? Is it more than one macaron? Is it macarons? Or is it still macaron? Is it 1 macaron or 7 macaron?
I think it's got an S on. I think it's a plural.
Is it?
Well, maybe our fabulous crafters, who are much better at language and grammar than we are, could let us know. Now, you can see what I'm doing here is flicking the colour on. Now, the soft Japanese high quality vinyl polymer nib that you get in the Illustrator marker makes it very easy for me to flick the colour on here. And you see I'm just doing the layering and I'm overlapping my strokes and I'm preserving my highlight by leaving a white area in the centre. You can see that there. That's where my shine on the top of my macaron is going to be. And the softness, but the control that you've got from our Illustrator markers for that lay down of colour is truly exceptional. I'm then going to take my yellow marker and I'm now going to start to overlap. And where I overlap and take the yellow into the centre to preserve my highlight, I will start to mix a new colour in between the coral and the yellow, and it goes into much more of a tangerine colour. So you see, actually, by just using 2 markers and doing some controlled flicking across the top of my macaron here, I've been able to mix 3 colours, and it really starts to bring that to life and show you that real shine that you've got in the centre of the macaron there. It looks juicy. It looks like a nectarine tangerine flavour.
Looks good enough to eat.
It really does look good enough to eat, doesn't it? Look how easy this is. I'm just chatting to you. I'm taking 2 of the markers. You've got 5 markers in that kit. And I'm just flicking the colour on. It's effortlessly blending those colours together because of the quality of the marker, but also because Tatiana has chosen the colours that you are going to be able to use to get maximum results and the most education and learn the most with these pre-printed images that come in the kit. By the way, this is a pre-printed image in the kit. You don't have to go and find this, print this, stamp this, get it from the internet, download it, do anything to it. It comes pre-printed on the correct cardstock for you to use. And look at the top of that. How glorious does that look? I can do the same with a different macaron and make it into a different flavour. So let's do the top of this one rather than finish this one off, because you'll see how the colours work together.
What is your favourite flavour of macaron?
I love citrusy flavours. So I love a good lemon one or a lime one.
Yeah, like I was quite like a strawberry one.
Oh, I do love I love strawberry flavoured anything.
But it would have to be for me salted caramel or pistachio is my favourite.
Pistachio I adore. Salted caramel, I like them all. Salted caramel I adore. I like the chocolate ones as well.
Oh, I think I might have told you this before, but I don't know why I thought about it now. When I was in Australia, in Melbourne, there's an ice cream shop that is a Italian ice cream shop. People queue up like round the block for it. Now, pistachio was what I always used to get from there, and they have hot running Nutella. Yeah. And they just sort of dip it under. They just give it, swipe it under. I literally just wanted to sort of like lower myself under it. Does anyone else feel like that? Like a chocolate fountain, you just want to put your head in it?
Me.
Yeah.
It's like a Vicar of Dibley moment. Do you know what I mean? You know on that. I mean, our friends in the USA might not know who the Vicar of Dibley is. I think they get the Vicar of Dibley in the US on BBC America. Can you?
I think so. Don't hold me to it. Let me know in the comments, actually.
I love that episode of The Vicar of Dibley. I had the box set and my son stole it. So I don't have it anymore, but he reliably tells me that it's coming on Netflix now.
Oh,
so,
really?
we'll start watching it again because it's one of my favourite programmes.
Alison has let us know it is macarons, plural.
Thank you, Alison. Lovely to have people who are better at grammar than us.
Anne is letting me know that she's excited for the horn. That's not what she let me know. She actually told me that lemon with lemon curd inside is her favourite macaron. Passion fruit is Julia's. Ooh, saucy Julia. Passion fruit one is Julia's favourite. And also Alison says, Leann makes this look so easy as well. My favourite tulip colours are the yellow with the red and the orange running through them. But it's fair to say that everyone can do this, can't they? Because you're getting all those instructions that you need included.
You're getting the instructions, you're getting the cardstock, you're getting the image, you're getting the markers. I'm doing this, and as I'm doing it, I'm having a really nice time, and I'm impressing myself, Joe. Which I probably shouldn't be, but I'm actually feeling much more artistic than I really am, because layering this pink and blue, I'm getting this most divine violet colour.
Lovely.
And then this gorgeous shine all down the middle of this macaron, which is looking beautiful. Again, just, 2 pens, and I'm able to lay them over and get this glorious result. And you get the pens, you get the instruction, you get the printed cardstock, you get extra pieces of cardstock in there, you get everything you need to be able to do this yourself at home. And, I haven't done anything particularly technical there, Joe. All I've done is flick the ink on from the left and then from the right.
It makes me think, it looks like right, in a restaurant we used to work in, we used to make a lavender sorbet, and I would pick the lavender out of the library gardens on the way to work to make a sorbet with, and then I got told off and I got barred from the library gardens for taking the lavender. I was even taking it like a few sprigs at a time, but yeah, got caught by the gardener and told her not to come back.
Oh my word! Fancy getting chucked out of a library garden.
I know. I didn't choose the thug life. The thug life chose me.
Yeah. Have I ever told you about the story when I was expelled from the dancing school?
No.
Oh yeah, I was expelled from the dancing school,
What for?
Joe. For twirling.
Twirling?
Yes, I was 3.
Well, you're not allowed to twirl.
I wasn't allowed to twirl.
Why?
And so I received a warning. And my mum received a warning.
For a moment.
No, twirling.
Okay.
So when you're 3 and you've got a ballerina tutu on, you want to twirl.
You do?
When you're 3.
Oh, I thought you meant like twiddling twirling.
No.
What's it called?
Oh, like a baton. Oh, I did that as well, and I got asked not to come back because I kept dropping it on somebody's head. So like spinning.
Right.
Twirling.
It's not very fun dance class. You
And
can't
they
twirl,
said,
is it?
please, so I was 3, and they said to my mum, please can you ask Leann to focus on her skills and to stop twirling. And so my mum was like, Leann, come on, sweetheart. Yeah, you can twirl when you get home in your dress. Try and focus on what the dance teachers expect you to do. And I just wanted to twirl because I had a tutu. And so then my mum came to pick us up, and they said, Leann's not welcome to come back. She's distracting everybody else. Because she won't stop twirling.
Were you quite a disruptive child?
Actually, I think I was an angel. I just wanted to twirl. And that was the Boyk School of Dancing in Chesley Street.
Someone did. I think Laura's saying that she went there. She went to that school. Our producer Laura's went there.
To the Boyk School of Dancing in Chesley Street.
She wasn't allowed to twirl either.
See? Yeah. We just call them out. When you're 3, you want to twirl. And so I was expelled from
Let's
dancing
start a
school at the
petition.
age of 3, Joe. It's shocking, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really is. So there you go. You've been banned from library gardens. I've been expelled from a dancing school.
Oh, we're
well matched, Joe.
We really are, aren't we? Those macarons are looking absolutely
Do you like them?
divine. I love them.
I think they're starting to look lovely, aren't they?
They really
I mean,
are.
I could just stand here and do this for the rest of the however long we've got left.
And remember, you've got all the different options that come in there as well. So you've got that's Illustrator you're using.
This is the
there,
Illustrator one. I mean, usually because I adore the mandala because Baz, Baz who did the mandalas, here he is here. Look, I'm just going to bring Baz in.
I knew you were going to talk about Baz.
Baz doesn't look like he'd be a mandala expert.
Doesn't, does he?
But Baz is, he's eye candy as Baz. You just need to buy that box just to look at Baz. Cut the picture out. Cut the picture out and put it on your fridge, girls. And guys. Everyone. Because, Baz looks great. I think Baz needs a couple of tattoos on those arms. And I think I might write to him.
Can you see his arms in there? Or are you
Yeah,
now
you
just,
can. No,
are
you can see
Are
them.
you just making this up?
Have a look, Joe.
Oh,
Have a
yeah,
look.
no, you can. He has got a tattoo.
Has he?
Yeah.
Oh,
look,
well,
let
that's
me
all
show
right.
you.
Hang on.
Where are you? There you are. There.
Oh, he has. It's peeking out his T-shirt. Well done, Baz. Yes.
There's Baz. I'll show you. Hang on, let me give you a... Where am I going? There you are. Give you a look at Baz. There he is.
There's Baz.
See, look, he's got a tattoo there.
I'm not going to
Baz
wolf
is gone.
whistle because that would be inappropriate.
Bye, Baz.
But
You're not going to say what, Leann?
I'm not going to wolf whistle because it would be inappropriate.
Give him a follow on Instagram.
Yeah, he's fantastic. I mean, his mandala collection is also fantastic. But Baz, I think, is fantastic. So there we go. I did a full macaron there. Look, I think it just looks shiny. They look shiny and zesty and gorgeous, don't
Delicious.
they? So carry on doing them. Very easy to do with those pens that you've got in that collection to do that, Joe. Very easy indeed. And actually, I think the yellow and the pink might work well together. I might try that.
Absolutely. I'm going to get my sweatband on because I know that you know what's coming up in a second, don't you? 5 in 5. The closest I get. Normally, I say the closest I get to a workout every week, but I've ordered a bike and I'm meant to be picking it up this evening. But they were meant to text me to let me know I could collect it and they haven't texted me, so no bike for me today. But I'll be out on my bike across the northeast. Across the northeast. I'll be staying very local, let's face it. Now remember, you've got lots of different options here with these discovery kits. I'll just quickly run you through. So that's the Illustrator that Leann is using. You've also got Creative Colour. You've got the Illustrator, which is Leann's got. You've got Manga and Comic, Watercolor, Concept Design, and Modern Calligraphy as well. They're the 7 that you'll get included. When you get them in this configuration, you can see on your screen here, $71.94 or $95.70 to get all of them. You're paying for 6, but you're receiving 7, which is fantastic. Which is great, seeing as we only just recently launched these. So it's wonderful. We can bring them to you with a bit of a discount as well. If you want to get them individually, they are available individually for you as well. I believe they are $11.99 and $15.95. I was going to put £1 and $1 on. I'm terrible for that. They look beautiful, Leann.
Thank you. Isn't that this new colour combination I've worked out down here with pink and yellow? I really like that.
Wonderful. If you want to grab these, now's a great time to order. crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. Now it's that time of the show. We are ready. I think I'm a bit clashy today. I don't think purple goes with teal and navy.
I've just seen what you've got on.
I really need to. Let me just grab my horn. Hello. And here. We are ready to go for 5 in 5. Leanne's just getting herself ready. And if you're watching, maybe now's the time to mute the TV. Kay is saying, brace yourself for the horn. Here it comes. Where are the macarons? Macarons originally from? The macarons are in the Illustrator Discovery Kit, Eleanor. Tammy, Joe's getting revved up for 5 in 5. Oh dear, says Lynn, here comes the horn. I love Joe and Leann together. They are so funny. Loads of you are commenting along in here as well. Now, I just want to recap the details of the Discovery Kits for you. Here's everything that you are getting in that collection. Great that we're able to offer you a discount on something that has pretty much very recently been launched. $71.94 in the UK, $95.70 if you are in the US. Over 10% off there. which is fantastic. Now, are you ready? I have just been doing a little bit of, limbering up, getting ready for the 5 in 5. Are you ready, Leann? Leann's getting warmed up as well. Let's check Leann's all right. She's just warming up on her box.
I'm getting warmed up. I'm on my box. I'm doing my step aerobics, Joe. I'm getting there. Here we go.
Here she is. Right. Should we go for it, Leann? Are you ready?
Well, should we? I don't know. Which one are we doing first?
So we're going to do the rocker blocks are first. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's bring the clock in first. You can't go yet. You've got to wait for that clock. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Go.
These are our clear rocker blocks, which are absolutely fantastic. You've got 2 big blocks in here. You don't need to worry about small stamps because small stamps will work just as well with a big rocker block as it will with a small one. They're perfectly clear, which means you can see through for all of your alignment and stamping. It's a really good big size, so your big background stamps and those collage stamps will work perfectly on here. If you've got your big seam stamps, you can use those. You've got a more perfect one here to get your sentiments all aligned up if that's what you want to do. If you've struggled with stamping in the past, rocker block will absolutely fix that for you. True story, I would never stamp live on TV until I was introduced to a rocker block. My stamping was then perfect. If you've struggled and you said stamping's not for me, get these because it will revolutionise how you look at rubber and polymer and acrylic stamps. You'll be able to use them effortlessly.
10 seconds.
And they work with all of the sizes of stamps that you've got at home, and they will give you
5,
perfect, crisp impressions
3,
time after
2,
time after
1.
time.
$4.99 or $6.99 if you want those.
What?
It is the shaker card. Shaker card. $4.49 and $9.97. Go.
So our shaker cards are absolutely fantastic. These dies give you all of the pieces that you need to be able to cut the outside, the inside frame, the acetate, do all of the laying, and give you all of the little stamps that you might want as well. You can create easel shaker cards, you can do little hanging tree ornaments, you can do little mobiles with all of your sequins or your glitter inside. Fill one of those little plastic bags that seal with water and put little floaty things in, put it inside, you get a water globe with your shaker cards. Absolutely fantastic. And then you've got your scallop outside as well. So all of the dies you need for your decorative outside, for your inside, for your acetate, for your decoration on top, and then your stamps for all of your sentiments. Use it as a topper, use it as a full card, use it as a hanging mobile, use it as a decoration.
7,
and most importantly,
6, 5,
fill it with glittery
4,
stuff.
3,
it looks fantastic.
2, 1. $4.49, $9.97 if you want those. What is next? Stamping mat.
You need this in your life, buy it. No, I will do a full minute on it. This is absolutely fabulous to go with that rocker block because it's a beautiful, dense foam and it gives you a lovely, soft, squidgy base.
Some cushion for the pushin'.
It is a cushion for the pushin'. Oh, thank you for that. I'm going to use that so many times now. It's a cushion for the pushin'. Yes, it is. It's just a lovely dense foam which gives you that lovely soft undulating when you do your stamping on top so that you get all of the pieces and you don't miss anything.
Oh, 20
We've
seconds
also got
left.
a full grid on here. You can see that fabulous grid there with your crosshairs in the middle, and that allows you to do all of your aligning as well with your pieces of cardstock. And if you're using your layering stamps and your platform on top, like this, the crosshairs match and you can get all of your layering in place.
5 seconds.
It just makes a professional
3,
result out of your
2,
stamping where you might
1.
have struggled to have missing.
$5.39, $7.15 for that one. What's next?
What's next?
Spring is beautiful.
Spring is beautiful sentiments. These are absolutely glorious sentiments from our Nature's Garden collection, and this is what I am feeling at the moment, what we're all going to be feeling when we get out of lockdown. Life is a beautiful dream. It's not going to be about rainbows anymore. It's going to be about beautiful dreams we can have, and it's a lovely range of sentiments. I think it's really inspirational. It's a little bit different. It's not your regular thank you, best wishes just for you, thinking of you.
30 seconds.
It's something really fabulous, and it's a good size, and you've got your matte and layering die here on as well. So you've got your sentiment and the piece underneath to make it really stand out and pop from the project that you're working on, and a beautiful range of really inspirational words which sometimes just hit the spot when you want to say something
10,
but you don't quite
9,
know, and you want to give someone a good
8,
feel-good
7,
factor in the project that you're sending them, and they just don't want to say I'm thinking of you, because that can be a bit boring sometimes, can't it?
$550 as well. Crafter's Inspiration is the next one.
Crafter's Inspiration. That's a definite way to say it. I love that. That's like me cushion for me pushing. Me inspiration, or a saucy sausage, as Joe likes to call it. Crafter's Inspiration. Who doesn't need this in their life? Can I open it up? It is. I'm doing it. I'm just doing it. I'm opening it. It's absolutely fantastic. You get all of your free product in here, which usually costs is £50 and more's worth. In this one, we've got an amazing DVD with our gorgeous Fiona, best skin in the industry.
I've made an executive decision. I'm going to give you an extra 30 seconds on
and then
this
we've got our an extra what?
Extra 30 seconds.
Oh, come on, Joe. Yes. And then we've got this fabulous embossing folder in here. Lovely dies. Amazing stamps. Look at all of those lovely designs you've got on there. Good size of stamps. We've got this fantastic educational DVD with our lots of inking techniques with our Fiona, such an inspirational artist when it comes to all of those stamping techniques, and the best skin in the business.
Right, you should be out of time,
and
but we're being kind. Extra 30 seconds.
Now we've got a DVD, and then here we've got this fantastic magazine, which, oh look, it's me, has got fabulous inspiration in here as well, guys. Just going to do a quick flick. If you're running out of your mojo, or you want to know how to use all of those free stamps that we've given you, this is all thrillers and no killers. We don't kill you with adverts in here. We just give you all of the inspiration, all of the education, all of the techniques, all of the inside information, all of the wonderful education that you've got in here, plus those free gifts that somebody take his horn off him.
That was
my word. I love that.
Oh, 5 in 5. Look at the state of my hair.
Joe, do you know what I'm going to bring in the next time?
Well,
I'm going to bring the leg warmers in.
Oh.
And we can do a fame rendition from like years ago.
Absolutely. Or Xanadu. I love a bit of Xanadu as well.
Xanadu. Me too.
Someone saying I should be wearing the apron. I will match. John Fonda. Maybe that's my new name. Ashley saying, Jane Fonda, eat your heart out. Ain't nothing like our Joe in a sweatband. Maybe I could recommission the Jane Fonda workout DVD. You never know. I think Joe should film an 80s style workout video. I don't think a workout video is going to work out, is all I can say. I love just the reassuring no from the gallery. Yeah, thanks for that. Kathy from Nebraska is saying hi as well. Fun to watch. Here it comes. I think Anne, she thinks she must have left. I think she knew it was on its way, and she decided that she just couldn't put herself through my horn again this week. Leann, you are awesome, says Kelly. Absolutely, you are. Right, shall we give you a bit of a recap on some items? Very, very busy on the storage. We've sold a lot of larger ink pad collections of late, so I can understand why this is so busy. It's a great price as well. This is the kind of price that you'd expect to see in the craft vault or in a cartload. However, we've got it on this show for you. $16.99 gets you 2 sets. So 2 times 6 pieces. So really, you're looking at about just over 50 pence per piece, which is fantastic. You can store those square ink pads in there, as well as the oval ones that we bring to you as well. Now, up next, the Gemini Mini. It is mini in size, but mighty in power. There's loads that you're going to be able to do on here, and with this one, if it goes through, if it fits in, you're going to be able to cut it. Multiple layers of cardstock you saw go through here earlier as well, even embossing folders, and it's totally portable. And also, the great thing is about it that you can use it wherever you want, and it's super, super fast too. Always so popular when we bring that to you. Now, the 25-piece water reactive ink pad collection is really, really busy. I can see why. You're saving $37.72 on this in the UK. You're saving $50.60 if you're buying this in the US. Now, talking of things that are really busy, where we started the show, the Collage Stamps are exceptionally busy as well. Now, these are fantastic. Couple of different ways of getting hold of these. So if you want to, you can buy 2s of them. However, the best way to get the best value is to buy them all together. Let me show you a different one, but I'll just let you know, if you wanted to go for them in 2s, you've got beautiful Peony and Feathered Friends, £15, $22. The same for Let Your Spirit Soar, along with Heartfelt Wishes. And also then, Born to Fly and Cherish Every Moment. They are all individually. On the individuals, in the pairs, you're saving £5 or $7. However, when you get them all together, you save an extra £5 or $7 as well. So that's the best way to get the best value. Let me just show you one of them. Let me show you the butterfly one, for instance, because it's all about the variation of stamps that you've got within here, because you've got lots here. So you've got a really lovely big statement stamp there, which you can colour up. You've got these little splats and splodges, which are great to add embellishments. You can make your own layered backgrounds. You've got scrolls in here, you've got sentiments, you've got embellishments in there as well. And as we said, you can do all of your techniques with these. So whether you're going to ink up beautiful inky backgrounds and stamp these over, whether you're going to fussy cut them, heat emboss them, it is completely up to you. All of those fabulous techniques work brilliantly with these. £38 or $58 gets you absolutely all of them. Now, as well as the collage, we also had the, to go along with your mini, we had the dies. Now, they're two different collections here. So if you want to get them individually, you can get all the ones along the top in one set, and all the ones along the bottom, excluding the rainbow, in another set. However, this is the one that everyone goes for because this is the way that you get the rainbow. Let me take you through the different ones that you've got in here. So set one will get you the dragonfly. You've also got that wonderful birthday cake one in here. You've got the butterfly set, and you've got the beautiful bloom set. So that is set one, if you want to go for those. Set two, then is the one that's got that fabulous birthday balloon collection in. You've got the tea party collection in here as well. And also Garden Friends is another set that comes in there. However, if you want to get them both together, it's the details that are on your screen right now, because what we do is we give you an extra bonus 100 points, bonus Club Inspire points. And we've also then going to give you in there as well the rainbow die set in there too. Now, I need Leann for the Hero Tool sound effect.
Hero Tool!
Fantastic. That's what we've got here for you. It is back in stock because it has been so exceptionally busy. We've tried for a long time to get this back in stock. We have got the low-tack tape back in stock. I remember launching this with Leann actually when we first made this along with our precision tools. So you get both of these. You're actually getting 6 rolls of low tack tape, which is fantastic. That it's all on its cradles as well. So you get 6 of the cradles too. You'll get 2 of the permanent tape pens. I think just the tape pens alone, you're looking at about £8 worth of value. So to get all of that is amazing. What makes this tape so special, and how have we got this kind of value, Leann?
Okay, this tape is so special because it took me 25 different tapes before I landed on the one that went in the tape pen. I tested personally 25 tapes before we chose that one that went in there. And that was way back, one of the first products that we ever developed here at Crafters Companion. And the reason I wanted to do that was because I'd used tape pens in the past and my projects had fallen to pieces. Put it on the mantelpiece and I'd go around to see my mum and she'd say, oh, that card was really nice, but the butterfly ended up on the floor because it wasn't sticking properly. So I wanted you to have a tape pen with the convenience and the application and the portability of a tape pen, but with the strength of a wet glue. So that you can construct your boxes now with a tape pen, which we would never even consider doing before. You would hear all the professional craft experts saying, when you're doing a box, make sure you use a wet glue, peg it together. I'm saying, if you don't want to use a wet glue, use our tape pen because the glue is fantastic. I can guarantee it. You get all of the strength of a wet glue, but in the convenience and the portability of a tape pen, and you get more tape than any of the other tape pens out there on the market. We give you 22 meters. So the value for money that you get doesn't mean that you make one card and then your tape pens run out. And that used to frustrate me too. So we get lots of value for money and fantastic glue. And then that repositionable tape, the value in that, I used to pay £4 to £5 for one dispenser in a popular high street brand. That sounds like it might wear a kilt. And now you don't have to do that because you're getting 6 of those for the same price as you would pay for one. And it performs in the same way, perfect for positioning your die cutting and then for your masking and for your inking and your stamping. Just a very usable tape to have in your craft room.
Fantastic. Definitely get it. Definitely grab it whilst we've got it. However, because it's the Hero Tool, it means that it is a limited time offer. We'll only hold that for 24 hours, £14, $20. The Gemini Mini, always so busy whenever we bring this to you. It sits beautifully alongside all of those other machines that you might have. $29.99 in the UK, $44.95 if you're in the US. It is incredible value for money. A lot of people, I think this would be a great introduction to die cutting, wouldn't it? You know, for someone maybe that's thought about die cutting, Leann, is looking for a cost-effective way to get started. What better way than this?
There isn't a better way, Joe. This little machine absolutely packs a punch, and it's very easy to use because it's the folder-based system. So you don't have to worry about working out the correct plates, what the configuration is, am I doing the right thing, am I putting my die in the right way up? You just take your card, take your die, put it in, whack it through the machine, and it's done. And you get a lot of strength and a lot of cutting in this little machine. And just while you can see me there, look, I've got this stuck down. I'm going to put it in the middle here. I've got this stuck down. I can pick my glass mat up with this machine. That is the strength of the hold on the little Gemini Mini. And then if you want to remove it to a different place, you just rock it back. It removes those suction cups and you can position it where you want to use it. It really is a fantastic little tool that packs a punch. Now, I've got our butterfly die here. The butterfly in this little die collection is truly fab. You get your matte and layer and you get your little piece that overlays. And again, I'm going to use that watercolor cardstock, and we're going to look at making some custom embellishments with our fabulous Harmony Water Reactive ink pads as well. Because when you've got your dies like this and for your little embellishments, it doesn't have to be with coloured cardstock all the time. It can be about customizing your die cuts to match whichever product you're working on at the time. So you see, that's through, look, watercolor cardstock through like a warm knife through butter. Really is gorgeous, and you'll see the same with this detailed overlay that I've got here. And you see with my folder, I'm just popping my card in, popping my die in, closing my folder, and then popping it through the machine. And because I've got that real good suction on my glass mat there, you see that the machine doesn't move and it's effortless to wind that through. And then look, if I give it a little tap, it'll come out of the die. Just give it a little knock. There we go. When you give it a little knock, or use your pokey tool, it'll come up. I've got me, oh, look, why am I even doing? I've got a release hole. Oh, there we go. And then it's got that beautiful detail that's come out there. Look how glorious that is. So there are two pieces that we've been able to cut out. And that is a really nice size for an embellishment, Joe. I think that would be the thing that I would say about this collection in the whole as well, is that we've just got really fabulous statement sizes for embellishments. Now, I've got my three what's the word I'm looking for? Ink pads, that's the word I'm looking for. My 3 Harmony Water Reactive ink pads here that I'm going to use. I've got my blending tool, and we're just going to make a beautiful background here. So I'm just going to add some of the colours and get a little bit of an ombre happening to make a beautiful butterfly. And that's why I cut my watercolour card, because I'm able then to do this. So I've gone with a little bit of blue all the way around there. And now I'm going to come in with some of my yellow. So I'm going to change my thing. So you get your little refills, put a new refill on for a new colour. I keep 1 refill per colour, Joe, per colour family. So for the 3 intensities of colour. I'm then bringing in my yellow. Look at that. It's gone to a beautiful green and ombre. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Bringing my yellow at the top there. Lovely. And then I'm going to bring in some of my pink.
Leann, what's the difference between the square door button and the round door button?
Right.
When would you use the 2 different ones?
So the square one I usually use when I'm doing larger backgrounds. And actually, if I had my little round refills here now and I hadn't used it on my bronze ink pad, I'd probably be using that. The small one is for more work like this, smaller detailed application. The big one's for your big background blending, like we were looking at earlier with those collage stamps. I've got one here. So if you were going to do a big background blend like this, your rectangle one. If you're going to do your little bits and you haven't just got a filthy dirty one like me, then you would use your little one for detailed application. Does that make sense?
Total sense.
But I'm a dirty crafter and mine just really can't be used because it wouldn't look good. So you see, I'm overlaying now my pink. Look how that's all coming together beautifully, and it's creating that lovely custom colour you'd want for a little butterfly. And if you want to intensify that colour, you can just pick up, I'm going to pick up my blue and put a little bit more blue down here. So I'll get a deeper violet colour coming through. Look at that. Look at that. It's absolutely exquisite.
It's amazing how they all mix together without sort of muddying or just giving you a mush of colour. It's amazing how they layer.
It really is beautiful. Now, Joe, that isn't an accident. That was why I tested a phenomenal amount of ink formulations before we landed on the one that was allowed to go on the ink pad. I worked with all of the chemists in the company that makes our ink pads for us. I worked with them really closely and tested many formulations, and if they were here they'd be rolling their eyes now. And I know I tell you this story a lot, but it's true. I take the responsibility that I have as head of product development very seriously to make sure that I only ever allow or bring you the very best quality product. And if we're bringing something out, we're bringing it out to fix an issue, make something easier that you found difficult in the past, and to just help you get the results that you might have been frustrated with before in the past. And then look at this, I'm able to overlay them. I've just kept with those 3 colours, going in, bringing on a little bit more, overlaying it. Look at the exquisiteness we've got and that little butterfly there. And then we've got the white that can go over the top, but we can colour this too. So actually what we could do is make that into a much darker colour. So I'm going to bring in the darker colours of those same families. So I'm going to bring in the darker yellow, the darker pink and the darker blue. Because remember our Harmony Active, darker turquoise, I beg your pardon, our Harmony Water Reactives come in 3 different colour families. So light, medium and dark. I did the medium first, now I've got the dark, and we're just going to ink this up now and have that lovely deeper, look at this, deeper overlay to go over the top of that butterfly, and it will look exquisite. It really will.
Details on your screen there are for the 25-piece collection. These are 25 of the most popular colours, all designed to work together, and the value is amazing. These sort of big collections, I mean, the value for money is always great when we bring them to you individually, isn't it, Leann? But when you get them in these collections, compared to what you can pay out there on the high street for ink pads or, you know, out there online with other brands, we bring you exceptional value for the quality. I'm sure you'll agree. We
bring you the best value for money, we really do. And I think it's wonderful that we have the ability to be able to do that for you, because actually, you know, we're crafters too, and we know and we like to get a deal and a bargain, and we know that it's actually the way that you can get these home and try them and find out and know that you love them, and you are going to have a fabulous experience with them, and you are going to get really easy and effortless results, as you can see me getting here. Then all I would do is get a little bit of glue. I'm just going to use a little bit of my Collage all-purpose here, because it's the first one to hand. Fold this up so I've got my little wings flying. Little bit of all-purpose.
Oh, you got a sticky end?
I had a sticky end there, Joe. I've just frayed it.
Nothing worse.
Nothing worse. And then pop that on there. Overlay this now onto here so you can keep seeing my grey roots. That'll be sorted out once the lockdown's over. And then we lift up the wings, keep that down nice and still. And we have made a beautiful 3D, beautifully coloured butterfly for a project where the colours match in perfectly with your, excuse me, with your big, beautiful blended background that you will have made with the exact same ink pads. And that is why the Gemini, the ink pads, the lovely little dies, the collage stamps, imagine putting some of the collage stamping around the outside there, all of the products gel together and just give you maximum versatility, but also the best experience at home when you're playing with them.
Absolutely. Details there on the screen for the 25-piece ink pad collection, £100 or $140. You're saving a quarter there, which represents great value for money. Now, I'm going to whiz through and recap some of the great products that you've seen in the show today. Let's start with the Spectrum Noir 25-piece water reactive blending collection. They all blend beautifully and seamlessly together. Whether you are going to do all of your different background down techniques, things like salt techniques, you want to blend, do faux bleaching, they're all there for you. 25 pieces there, plus the 3. So you got the misters in there, the square blending tool, and 10 of the refills for the square blending tool as well. Over a quarter off. You're saving $37.72 in the UK, or you're actually saying $50.60 in the US. Some people collect our ink pads and buy them in 2s and 3s, and collect them for years. However, we're offering you the opportunity to get a really comprehensive bundle in one go and giving you great value when you choose to do it in that way. Very, very busy on that collection there. We do have a smaller kit for you if you can stretch to maybe a smaller collection. Lots of your highlights is sort of a core collection, whereas the 25 pieces are a fuller collection. Again, you're going to get 10 ink pads here. You're going to get the misters, or the spritzers I should say, and you will get the square blending tool and the 10 refills as well. Now that Spectrum Noir Taster Bundle, maybe you're thinking actually, you know what, you're fairly new to inking, you don't really want to jump right in with a whole collection of one. This is great because you're going to get 5 of those water reactive ink pads included in here, which is fantastic. Let me show you what you're getting actually. So let me just grab these here. So what you're going to get is 5 of our most popular colours of our water reactive blendable inks that you've got here. So you're going to get, firstly, the Damson Wine, which is this one just here. You're also going to get the Oasis Blue, which is that lovely pop of blue there. You've got Sandstorm, which is that lovely kind of peaty colour, which is fantastic. The orange, it's a real bright burnt orange. And you're going to get the Seal Brown as well. So you're going to get 5 of our water reactive ink pads. Now, you think about it, if you bought the ink pads on their own, you'd be paying £25 just for those ink pads right there. We're also going to give you the Pebble. Now, the Pebble is our waterproof ink pad. So this is great for stamping out your stamps if you then want to watercolour with them, and I'll come on to why you might in just a second. We're going to give you one of our pigment ink pads. It's our Midas metallic pigment ink pads. These are great when you want to stamp this out onto black cardstock, get that real lovely metallic shine. You can pick it up with water and a brush and watercolour out with it. You can also use it to heat emboss as well if you want to, because it is of course a pigment ink pad. However, that's not where we're stopping. You're also then going to get as well Aqua by Spectrum Noir. These are our watercolor markers. Lay a little bit of this down, take a water brush, or take a brush and some water, and you can watercolor out these beautiful shades. You've got the brights in here. So in the brights you've got the flame red, the sunshine yellow, the alpine green, the azure blue, the Prussian blue, and the hot pink as well. A really great starting point. Loads and loads of inspiration for these online. Myself and Sarah did recently a full 2 hours Colour Me Happy show on those, so you can go back and watch that back. Now, what you can also get in there as well is you get the watercolour card. So the watercolour card is what you're going to use with your Finesse waterproof ink, and then your aqua markers over the top as well. The value on that is amazing. £38 if you're in the UK. It's $55 if you are in the US. Now, you've got all your ink pads, whether you're going for the taster collection or whether you're going for the larger collections, you're gonna need to store them. And that's exactly what we've got here. So what we've got here is the Spectrum Noir ink pad storage trays. 6 in a box. However, you get 2 when you order this collection here. So you don't need to put 2 of these in your basket, just put 1 in, and it's 2 times 6. Now you can either stack them up like this, you can cascade them so they go backwards, you can lock them together in sort of 2s, you have them 6 high and 2 wide. Loads of different things you can do with them. Also wonderful for storing any brand of ink pad. So you've got the squarer ones, absolutely you're going to be able to store those in there too. $16.99 or $24.95 in that one. The Spectrum Noir Discovery Kit, very busy here. We launched these for you, $11.99 or $15.95, I believe they are in the US individually. I didn't think we'd just be able to get a discount on them so soon. However, we have. If you buy all 7, we only charge you for 6. Or you think you pay for 6, we send you 7, however you want to look at it. $71.94 is your price on these. Now, we're going to come back to the collage stamps. I'm going to quickly show you again everything you're getting in here. Now, you can get them individually, or individually get them in pairs, £15 or $22 if you want. This is how they come together. The Peony comes along with the Feathered Friends. Let Your Spirit Soar comes along with Heartfelt Wishes. And Born to Fly comes with Cherish the Moment. However, if you buy all 6 of them together, you get even better value. £38 or $58. Let me, smashing the place up. Let me show you exactly what you get included on each of these as well. So what you get is you get a wonderful focal point on your stamp. Then what you get here is you get some sort of background element as well. It's a real collage of types of stamps. You've got a couple of different size flourishes here where you can create corners and borders and frames with, and you've got sentiments in there too. So all in, even just in one stamp set, you've got a lot of different techniques that you're going to be able to try with those, but you're getting 6, remember, when you go for the big collection. That is the most popular way of getting hold of these at the moment. Now, we also had the dies for you as well. You can get them individually, however, everyone's going for this big collection because here is exactly what you're getting. So you are going to get included Beautiful Bloom, Fluttering By, Celebration Cake, Dragonfly Dreams. You can get those individually if you want to. We then have Tea Party, Party Time and Garden Friends. However, when you get the 2 collections together, that's how you get hold of the rainbow, the Over the Rainbow die, which has been so popular. But you're also getting as well 100 bonus points, which is fantastic. Don't forget as well about that hero. I need that sound effect, Leann. It's our
hero tool.
Fantastic, that's exactly what it is. 6 rolls of the low tack tape and 2 of our super long and strong tape pens. If anyone's just starting out with crafting, you do well to get these in your basket, wouldn't you, Leann?
Before anything else, really, yeah. Joe. It's what you need. You need a good glue. I mean, I can talk about glue for hours, and you know how much I love my crafty glue. This glue and this tape pen is exceptional, and I know so many thousands of crafters actually who now would not use a different tape pen other than this because they know and have experienced what I tell you when I say this is like having a wet glue and the portable dry convenience of a tape pen, and having 22 meters or 90 however many feet that is. If you're in the USA, it's a lot of tape. There's 3 feet in a meter, there's 22 meters, so how many
66 feet?
66 feet. I thought there was more. Also, then you've got 66, so that's 120 something feet in total of tape. So there's 22 with a tape pen.
You've got 75 and 75 metres of tape on each one of these. That's 150 metres, which is 450 feet in these.
I mean, do you know, that is incredible. And then each one of those tape pens, 22 metres, so that's 66 feet, thereabouts.
Yeah.
What's that, 120, 112, 132?
So nearly 600 feet of adhesive.
I don't know what it is, I'm not very good, but it's a lot. It's a lot of adhesive, but it's really
That's a lot of feet.
strong. It is a lot of feet. A lot of feet. And it's very, very strong. It won't fall apart in the central heating. And if you're making your boxes and your construction projects, which usually would be saying to you, only ever use a wet glue, you can absolutely use your Crafter's Companion tape pen for that. And that's why you'll see and hear me and Sarah and our other craft guests and experts here at Crafter's Companion, when we're making things, say to you, when you're doing this, you use a wet glue unless you're using a Crafter's Companion tape pen. We always caveat with that because you wouldn't get the same experience if it didn't have that very strong glue in there.
And you want it to stick. You don't want to give it to someone and it falls apart. How mortifying. We are just going to give you one more recap as well on the Gemini Mini. It is absolutely flying out the door today. You guys are loving this. And it's a really fantastic way of getting into die cutting. Because I know a lot of you maybe think, especially within these Creative Craving shows that we bring you, where you think, oh, I don't know, I do want to try. But also then on the same hand, a lot of people that have got the large Gemini and got the Go and the Junior love the Mini because of the speed, the ease of use, the portability. It means that you can craft absolutely anywhere on the go whenever you want to, which is fantastic. Loads of you still commenting along. Also, someone said maybe Laura could hide the horn from Joe, was one of the suggested comments. It's not, it's in my contract that I'm allowed to have the horn whenever I desire it. So yes, thank you for that. That really didn't sound right, did it? Help me, Leann.
Let's have a look at the Gemini Mini, should we, Joe? Let's do that. Let's have a look at the Gemini Mini. It's usually me that's digging a big hole for myself, but it's lovely to have somebody else help me out from that every now and again. We're going to have a look at how to construct the dragonfly, and actually we're just going to keep cutting these fabulous dies in the Mini machine so you can see how usable and sizable the toppers are. So I'm actually going to have a nice yellow body for my dragonfly, I think. I think that would be lovely. So I'm just cutting myself a piece of my bright cardstock, and then I'm taking my body piece that I've got for my dragonfly there, and I'm going to cut, helps if you face your die around the right way. That would have done nothing but cut a lovely pattern into the top of my folder. There we go. And then we run this through, and we need to do this twice because we're going to cut 2 body pieces. So in fact, actually, what you're able to do with one pass, there's one piece and then the little detailed bit. I'm just looking for my pokey tool. Here it is. Pop that out. There we go. That's the little detailed bit that goes over the top of his body. Come back to that in a second. I'm going to do exactly the same with another colour. Let's go green because you'll really be able to see it. And dragonflies are kind of like a greeny blue colour, aren't they, Joe? I think they are.
I think they're a lot, aren't they a bit like a butterfly where they come in a vast array of colours?
Oh, do they? I thought they were just a standard colour.
I don't think so. I think they come in lots of different colours. I used to be terrified of them as a child.
What, dragonflies? Yeah, they are a bit prehistoric looking,
they are.
Well,
they are like one of the oldest creatures on the planet.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they are like, they date back apparently to like dinosaur times.
Oh, well, they look like that, don't they? They do look prehistoric. I think that's, you know, I can understand
why. It's the way
why.
they fly in lines and go backwards and forwards that gets me.
Yeah, they do.
Out. There used to be like a lake near where we lived and you could walk around the lake. And I think, you know, because like all the sitting water and stuff, you'd always get halfway round, and if there were dragonflies, I'd have to go back round. Even if I was nearly all the way round the lake, I would never try and pass the dragonflies.
Yeah.
I was so brave as a child. I don't know if you're getting that.
But you know what, they can be really quite intimidating, can't they, I think? I think, you know, anything like that, especially when they hover and with wings, and when you can't really understand it as a child, I think that, you know, I think it's forgivable.
Yeah. I say child, I was probably about 9, but, you know.
That's so good. Now, what I'm going to get here, you'll see from the passes with my die, I love this by running it through. So I'm going to be able to make, by doing it in this way that I'm doing here, you'll see the negative. I'm going to be able to make 2 of my fabulous dragonflies. Now I'm just going to try, I'm finding the pokey hole. Finding the pokey hole. Is that the pokey hole? No, that's not the pokey hole. Come out. Let's get this out of here. There it is. There we are. You see, I'm such a patient crafter, as you can see. I'm going to use a little bit of purple now, and I won't have to glue this, but you'll be able to see exactly what I mean about 2 for 1, just cleaning out my pieces a little bit. Now we'll cut this. So I like to do this rather than cutting, and I'll show you when I get the die out what I mean. I'll show you what I mean. And we'll have one of those moments where everybody goes, aha, because you'll know what I'm waffling on about. An Alan Partridge moment. I do like Alan Partridge. He's one of my favourite. I mean, I know he's an alter ego of Steve Coogan, who's also hilarious. But I do like Steve Coogan. And the programme that they do where him and Rod Brydon go travelling round to restaurants, I just think is one of the best things on TV. They've just done a new series recently where they went round Greece. And Greece is one of my favourite countries. And made me want to go. And I had a holiday booked to Greece, Joe, and it was cancelled and I got all the money back today. I know, I mean, at least I got the money, I suppose, but I would rather have gone to Greece on the 20th of May.
Yeah.
Never mind. Right, now what I did, you'll have noticed here, is I cut out my dragonfly look in purple. So I got the base and the overlay. I did the same in pink. I got the base and the overlay. I did the same with my body. I did it once in yellow and then once in green. And what I can do then by swapping it over is I can get a green body with a yellow overlay. And then I can get a yellow body with a green overlay. So you see how I just alternate them. So is everybody getting the aha moment? And then I can get a purple base with a pink overlay. That was Elvis. And or was it Elvis? And then I get a pink body with a purple overlay. Look, so actually by doing it that way, now when I lay these over, I'll glue them all in place. You know, you're going to do your little bits of gluing, but you're just getting the idea here. I'm actually getting 2 for. So I've got 2 fabulous embellishments of the opposite colourways, but I've got 2 for my project, and it would all match in. And that's just by cutting them in the same colour cardstock, and then I get 2 toppers. Now everybody say it together. Aha.
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 No idea. Our US friends got no idea what we're on about.
They don't.
Sandy's saying she would love to visit Greece. Astrid saying the dragonflies are totally fabulous. I love the dragonflies. That die cut is so cute. Here we go. Now we're talking.
Oh, what we're talking about, Joe.
Nandia says, Leann, next summer you can come and stay in my house in Greece. It's right by the sea. I can't go to Greece either this year. Oh, that sounds
Joe,
great,
should we go together?
Yes.
Let's go and visit. I know Nandia. Nandia used to be on our DT. Nandia is such a good fun and she's a fantastic crafter. So I think me and you, Joe, let's go and do a craft show from Nandia's place in Greece.
Sounds like an outside broadcast waiting to happen from Nandia's house in Greece. Loads of you are still commenting along. Thank you so much for today. It's been so lovely to spend the last couple of hours with you guys, but also with Leann. So thank you, Leann. It's been great. Should we do it again together on, when do you reckon? Maybe Monday?
Monday. Let's do it on Monday, Joe.
Fantastic. Myself and Leann were back here then. I need to let you know about something really special. I know I said something special is happening tomorrow, but it's actually even the launch of something even more special. It's our Price Blast event launches tomorrow with Cartload. And basically, we've just blasted the prices as low as they can physically go. That's why all of the numbers that you'll see, they're kind of obscure prices, but it is, we got together, myself and Sarah, with lots of, big cheeses over at HQ, and we said, what's physically the lowest we can get these prizes? And we blasted them as low as we could go. So it's going to be an exciting cartload tomorrow. Not only that, but it's the Sarah cartload. So it's the one that has the lucky dips. It's got the mystery bags on there, double-sided century pearl. You know the one that you wait for every month where you get the juiciest deals and the biggest discounts? That is what is coming tomorrow for you, so you will not want to miss out on that. We will be here with a preview, the amuse-bouche, the saucisson of the day. That will be here at 11 a.m. in the UK, which is 6 a.m. on the East Coast. And then the main event, we have changed the time of Cartload, so do bear that in mind. It's now at 4 p.m. Here in the UK, which is 11 a.m. on the East Coast, which is 8 a.m. if you are over on the West Coast. So do bear that in mind. Don't pop back here at 7 p.m. UK time expecting to see it. But the great thing is, if you do miss anything, then you can see it whenever you want. You can catch up. But what I would say is, we have a lot of low stock items on tomorrow's show, so tune in for the preview if you can. I wish I could turn the camera around, but I'm not allowed because all of the fabulous products are lined up just over the other side of the studio over there. I hope you have a great day if you're in the US. Enjoy the rest of your day. If you're in Europe or here with us in the UK, then have a great evening. I forgot my smoothie today, Leann, so I am absolutely starving. And it's day one of the diet again because I ate all the fudge yesterday. What you got for dinner?
Me, I'm having some tortellini with some garlic bread and salad.
Oh, delicious. I'm having some pan-fried chicken thighs, which I'm going to finish off in the oven with tomatoes and olives and capers and some other delicious bits. So that'll be lovely. I hope you have a great day. We'll see you back here again soon. Take care.